Hi guys, how you doing today? We're gonna do a video on herbs, all right? Get some herbs for your diet, spices, for tea. What we're gonna read here is growing your own fresh herbs within reach. Okay? You don't have to be a green thumb to grow medical herbs. Most thrive minimum of care. So what they're saying is that if you want to grow herbs, it's pretty easy. If you got an area that gets sun all day, not all day, but gets enough sun to give aloe vera for your injuries. You got chamomile for your tea, soothing, relaxing tea. Licorice root and rosemary. Those are the three that we're going to talk about. Okay, so make sure that wherever you plant them, that you just need good enough soil. You can't go try to grow stuff on a rock. But so first we're going to start with aloe vera. Leaves contain clear gel that kills bacteria and helps cuts, burns, heals more quickly. It's almost the easiest herb to grow because it requires little water and no daily care. I remember the aloe vera in our backyard, man. We couldn't kill that stuff for nothing. It says right here, buy a small plant, and then it'll grow from there. Because I imagine now in our backyard, our whole backyard when I was up in Trenton Mills full of aloe vera plants. Chamomile. Well, I mean the aloe vera. Okay, it's a small plant. It'll fit in your window. You can make a little pot with some soil. Aloe vera doesn't like temperatures below 40 degrees. As long as you keep it warm and watered, it will continue to put out new leaves. And how to use it, you cut off one of the fresh leaves and you squeeze the gel on a minor cut or burn. The gel dries and forms an invincible bandage. Alright guys, now chamomile is among the sweetest flavored medical herbs. It has anti-inflammatories, that's chamomile, and intense-style soothing chemical compounds. Most people sip chamomile tea to ease anxiety and insomnia. The German chamomile, the most popular form, is an annual, sows the seed in the spring after the danger of frost has passed. Scatter the seeds in beds, tamp them down, and keep the soil moist. Chamomile prefers well-drained soil in areas that are pretty shaded. You use it by snipping the stem and hang to dry. Pluck off the dry leaves and store in dry sealed containers to preserve the medical oil that's in the plant. Okay? Well, next we got garlic. Grows in almost any soil. It's almost among the most potent herbs and flavors as well. When you inhale it, you can smell that. Eating a clove 2 daily may help prevent colds, lower cholesterol, and have blood clots in arteria, and reduce the risk of heart disease and strokes. That's garlic. If you just eat it by the clove, it says good. I don't know about your breath, but you'll live long. But all right, and then you could break cloves from the head of the garlic plant, plant them in a full sun about 2 inches deep. Keep the soil slightly moist first, but don't overwater during the summer. Cut back the flowering stalk so that the plant puts all the energy into producing rich tasting cloves. Harvest the bulbs in late summer. How to use: peel the cloves and add to recipe. Or eat them whole if you like to eat extra taste, You know about that. I like garlic. Eat 1 or 2 cloves daily during the cold season for infectious fighting protection. And that's garlic. Alright, licorice root has a delicious sweet taste that's perfect for tea, especially when you're fighting a cold or cough. It contains chemical compounds like glyceride acid that suppresses coughs and soothes sore throats. The tips: licorice is grown for root cutting that contains eyes. Plant the cuttings vertically along an inch deep in well-drained soil. The plants reach 3 to 7 feet and have beautiful purple flowers. The root can be harvested in the fall after the first year or two. How do you use it? Dip up the root, split them in half, store them in a dark, shady place to dry. Take about 6 months. You powder the root, add about a half a teaspoon to a cup of boiling water, and steep for about 10 minutes. Alright, now last one not least is the rosemary. Belong in the spice cabinet as well as the medicine cabinet. It contains chemicals that aid in digestion, fight bacteria, and act as a mental stimulant. That's rosemary. You know, rosemary and Coke are both a stimulant. No. So rosemary water would be like Coca-Cola? Yes. Rosemary, you could plant rosemary from, you know, from the seed, but cuts are most likely to thrive. Place them in the full sun in a sandy soil with about 1/3 twig showing. How do I use it? You strip the leaves and store them in a dry, shady place until dry. Them used to make a tasty tea. That's the rosemary. Well, those are our herbs: aloe vera, medical, chamomile tea, garlic for your breath. I mean, for your garlic toaster, whatever. Licorice root, add a little flavor to your thing, and rosemary. Those are the herbs that you can plant close by you and without going to too much hassle trying to get them to grow. But I want to thank you guys for listening and watching this video, and like and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate that. And I don't know what video I'll be bringing you next, but I got my prepper's book here, and I got a decoding the past, and I got 100 and some odd medical remedies, and then I got a couple other books. So I'll read you what, you know, leave a message down there if there's anything you'd want me to specifically go over. You know, you can also buy herbs and supplements, but and most supplements are just a supplement to nutritional food you should be eating anyway. You know what I mean? I just had heard a story the other day about how bodybuilders were just taking supplements for a meal instead of a whole meal. Well, as your first, as if you're only going to have 3 meals in a day, that'd be something that doesn't work out. That'd be enough. But if you're working out, you know, it helps to add a few supplements to, so you won't deplete your body of them, you know. And yeah, I'll be making workout videos too, and I'll be explaining in them all I've known about bodybuilding and working out, you know what I mean, and the whole what bodybuilding is, you know, of how the more heavier the weight, the bigger the rip in the muscle, the smaller rip in the muscle, and that's determines the size of the muscle. But anyways, those were your 5 herbs that you could grow by your house. Pretty easy: chamomile, aloe vera, rosemary, licorice root, and garlic. Thanks, guys. Subscribe, leave a comment. My address, if you want to send me a letter or email me to timtucker877@gmail.com. Leave a message at the bottom if you want me to do reviews on anything else, guys. Have a good day. Make sure that you don't throw no pills in the toilet. You dispose them correctly, guys. Thanks. Have a good day, guys. Bye.